Dada Hagen to Balatini, the Tashopu Tokala, the young Hopu Holodejo, at the Rajita to Holodejo, at the Niti Tokala Hongutala, Hampton Watini, was there true, the Gom Tokuyori, the Yanati, one Mabo Gami, didn't know Kali, you could go chop up on just one of you. You could go chop up on the Baudi, this was one the Jesus ever caused any Kansa really. Not to worry about the Chababa, those songs in the Austria, or without the Hampton, tops of the Hongotala, Poku Gom, the Hampton, Guardian, Cor, Cortity, Nibaga Capitally, Hampton, Gorgeous Theories, Naga Long Day Party, Cotilum Long Day Bar, some larger one shot party, the Magwan register.
So next we come to the transmission of the mantra, the mantra empowerment. And so here visualize that, so you visualize the Vajra Master as Chakrasamvara, and also myself and all are Chakrasamvara. And so now you visualize that from the Vajra Master's heart, a garland of the mantra emerges, and then it enters your speech, and then it comes down to the hung syllable at your heart, where the mantra then begins to circle around the hung syllable, and then you visualize that from this syllable and the mantra garlands, then light rays radiate. And so now when there's many receiving empowerment together, then here we can also visualize that from the sky, from the space, rain shower of mantra syllables falls down. And at the time when you actually repeat the mantra next, then think that each one of you has received this mantra garland. So with the repetition, think that this mantra garland then enters you and then comes to the hung syllable at your heart, where it begins to circle. And so this visualization that actually corresponds to the approach stage that we have mentioned, where we visualize the mantra garland, and then in a close approach, the mantra garland circulating. So that is how you visualize during the mantra transmission. And so during the form empowerment, we have received the transmission of the generation stage, the visualization. And next is the speech empowerment or the mantra empowerment, where we receive the transmission of the mantra.
Mami juju the song, Shani Lomala, the Banda, Ibane Jonia, La Romana de John de Daki, Song La Chi, Da La, Nievar, Zedo So, Chiri Beza. He Rogan, Hong Pei, Dragini, Dola, Savara Soha, Om Shiha Hong Pei, Obeza Berotane, Hong Pei, Om Shiha Hong Pei, Om Shiha Hong Pei. Om Shri Ha Ha Hong This is one go to the Sunshine Page, the Holy Jokin Song. But one Tomon religious or Savale, some German, Marsaba, Young Simadam, 도망 많이 봐 류타마르도 버트만 그거는 봐 제발이 줘 람제는 거 봐라 왕 저거 거도 정문도 줘 가봐진데서 소지.
Having thus received empowerment, you enter and behold the outer mandala of characteristics, and you have received the vase empowerment. In general, the defilements of mainly the three non-virtuous deeds accumulated with the body are purified and prevented from further arising. In particular, the defilements of perceiving the body as ordinary are cleansed. The extraordinary power of the Nirmanakaya is planted into your mind. As the path, you are empowered to cultivate the generation stage. As the result, you are endowed with the fortune to actualize the Vajra body.
초지 샵제 가든지 바그 라미 사와토 데서 상위 왕근은 공부 특지 종완주 공부 특지 공부 지서 종완주.
In English, with your kindness, grant me the unsurpassed power, and thus, protector, care for me by offering me the secret empowerment.
다 고바데 semnazong megata 고바데 gon 드니서서 퍼이나 드니서서 도지 파먹건 리 염건 염이나 약건 거래 너네들이 딱 한거 내가 쳐와 당보 착박하고 정말이요 착박 내가지 살고 착박 내가 끼는 시간이 내가지 가도 때나 내가 쳐와지 문제는 저기 생각을 안 시도를 이어 남도가 우리 대화요 남도 직장비고 신내게 대화를 들이 들으는 배를 돼서 사드 노는들이 가와지를 배 제대로 문제 그거에 다들 가장 주바라지 주력근냐면 들리더냐면 참아리 들리때 때문에 잡는 게 되더니 자자자 당보 차고 대화도 설이 살고 대화도 샤마타데 지감이 되니 대 차고 대화 신기 시바사고 대좀 바 차고 방도 마셔와 대지를 드린 갖고 건데 되니 디감니 시바사고 되니 근데 대화 지금 있으나 야병이 각하메와 하고 요래 섭득바 차로 요래 대를 신gel라데 다다다 선합되는 데리 상황을 선합 님베 동 사자집에 동도 버리 사람 맞이는 가는 코안이들이 내가 지금 제니들이 프린팅이 다들 성들이 프린팅들이 세상도 차도 나중에 나서 봤더니 코와그사들이 샤도요래 님메와 하고서들이 나중에 대를 차도서들이 세상 나서 왔지고 공유 말에 너나 프린팅이도 사길로 대라 양당양들 때들이 선납도 탐정 가고 가대 니 매번에 프린팅이 매와 차도 토와 직장 매바 깝들이 선내 프린팅이 적적선을 마셔와지 세군대를 올 때나 니 남도 가네 니스 매비 시디 니스 매의 이시리 니 오늘 들은 고와 차도 요리양 프린팅이 저 나도 정말 디 내가 되더니 남이 딘 하고 거를 들을 때문에 잠들더니 대콘데 들이감이 되어서 간게 들이랑 짝한 틀리지 다 참 틀리지 자연을 야로바로 디디와를 샤스 다 소소소시 디와를 자사 저 디와를 냐바리죠 프레지던트들이 무엇보다 치매미 봐 공자고래 그래서 다 동반하는 설때 조금씩 됐더니 장홀로 시작고 드리랑 이염이 바로 고는 디와디 공부요래
So then you have this image of the deity. So look at that image and then have that image appear in your mind. Hold that image in your mind and meditate. And if you are male, then visualize that you have a consort. Vajrayogini is your consort. And if you are female, then you think you have a male consort. So meditate in that way. And then through such meditation, then and visualization, bliss arises. And first, the bliss that arises comes from desire. So first, the desirous bliss arises, and that has to arise first. But then once it has arisen, then you should look into it. Where is that bliss, that feeling of bliss? That feeling of bliss is actually within your own mind. It is the natural state of your own mind. It is the state of mind that is free of all thoughts. And it begins with the blissful experience of shamatha, of calm abiding. And as you continue to practice, it becomes increasingly clear, more and more clear. And gradually, you will then also recognize the 4 levels of joy. Also, the other day, we have already mentioned the 6 dharmas of Naropa. All of that is related to this, the practice of Tummo. And so now it is more for the sake of auspiciousness that we bring all this to mind. So first, again, the bliss arising from desire first must arise. That must appear in your mind. And then instantly recognize that feeling of bliss with clear awareness. And do not become controlled by the bliss. Do not follow it. And then when the bliss arises, then meditate, visualize the mantra garland, this circulating between the yapa and the yum. And so when clear awareness recognizes bliss, then this duality of self and other, or yap and yum as being separate, all disappears. You recognize that there is just one mind. And that is really the actual blessing. We have said there's different levels of blessing. That's really the ultimate blessing. It is the non-dual state of Mahamudra that you recognize. That's the real blessing here. And when you do not recognize that, so when you have not received that blessing then through recognizing, then what happens is that the bliss that has arisen out of attachment, out of desire, then becomes samsaric, ordinary. And then you will begin to cling to the other person. And then you will try to possess each other, hold on to each other. And that attachment, then gradually, it leads to anger and jealousy and possessiveness and so forth. So self-grasping perpetuates that way. And samsaric activities increase. So if you understand non-duality, then actually there is no basis for self-grasping or jealousy or anger to arise. There is no basis for these afflictions to arise. So in brief, when that thought arises, thinking that there is self and other, there is me and this other person, then you should look at this mind again and again. Look at that mind, and when the thought dissolves, look at the thought-free mind. And actually then you will see that there is no duality within the mind. And then also that feeling will disappear. And so in that moment, then, there's no more perception in the mind of self and other, one or the other, and you and your counterpart and so on. So then you just look directly at the nature of that mind where there are no thoughts, and you will see non-dual primordial wisdom. When there is duality, a perception of duality, that is samsara. Because when there is duality, then naturally we will grasp at the other, and there will be a clinging to one another. So now we, for the sake of auspiciousness now, we will bring to mind what then should actually actually happen in our practice as we progress along the path. Here we just visualize that now the counterpart, you visualize your consort, and then the union generates bliss that arises first from desire. And then there is this drop, the bindu, that then moves up and down in your channels. And then you recognize that, so when this bliss arises and you look at it, you recognize that it is actually this subtle essence within yourself. That is what really creates that feeling of bliss, and not the other person. And so when you recognize that, then just allow the mind to rest within that state of bliss that is also empty. So without grasping at any reality that this other person really exists or possesses any characteristics. So just rest within that state of meditation then. So again, you visualize yourself as Chakrasamvara, and you visualize the channels and the 4 chakras, and then you think you have that consort, and then you generate this feeling of bliss, and then you meditate within that state.
The locally, the body, let them all young one couple of the loving, then call the joke didn't go to Chokuyore. Take out the toddy, only one good listening. The younger yapte, the young Tanchilla, dodgy, call the young Musser on top of songs. Yalta dodgy palms left songs are the Buaka gone with the one garmistry agent, they call the Chogo, they young dodgy not more. The Musurana, some watches on Tegongo, your control.
So all of you here in this room, you have the image, so then have a look at that image. But then the people who are following us from elsewhere, they might not have that image. So Rinpoche will reach the visualization, so they also know how to visualize. And so here this image is shown to you, the image of the consort. And now, how you should, first of all, for some people it is difficult to visualize the deity, Chakrasamvara, standing in an standing posture. And so in general, then people ask if it is also okay to visualize him sitting down. So now in this case, you can also visualize sitting down so that the visualization comes to you easier since you're sitting. So then during the empowerment, when you receive the empowerment, now this empowerment is the conference of the consort, like on this image that Rinpoche just displayed. And so here, if you are female, then think you, now you are receiving a male consort. You're receiving Chakrasamvara, which is displayed in the form of a vajra. And if you're male, if you're a yap, then you think that you have received the consort that is actually Vajrayogini. So think that the consort that you receive actually has the essence of either Chakrasamvara or Vajrayogini. So visualize in this way.
God the little 콜로데 조다 야타지 콜로데 조다 도지 파모닝스 시발라 콜 패송 상본데 제대되니 소소르더니 라고 조포 조모요나 조포 진진 콜로데 졸고 조포 진진 도지 파모고 때 탐색을 때문에 탐마바이면 하지면 제네 때 탐색 송고요래 되니 조포 조모 매바이나 되니 잡아이나 되니 라고 먹바거든이 slag 조치네 되니 먹바고 고요래 치보요래 slag 라고 침바이나 디 탐색을 되고는 무슨 되니 slag 치와래 되니 편집 탐색성으로 되니 탐색 총홀론전으로 해야지.
So you have received the deity. So at that time, now you think that all the males are Chakrasamvara and the females are Vajrayogini, and you have received your consort. So if you're male, you think Vajrayogini has really come to me, or if you're female, you think Chakrasamvara has really come to me now, and the wisdom being has really come to you. And then actually now in your day-to-day life, in your normal practice, if you have a partner, then it is very important that you see each other in a pure way. So if you're male, then you should see your partner as Vajrayogini, and if you're female, you should see your partner as Chakrasamvara. And that is actually part of the samayam that we receive. We should not see each other as ordinary. This is how it is taught in the samaya that we receive. And then if you do not have a partner, for example, if you're ordained, a monk or so, then you should visualize and think that the deity comes as your companion. So there is quite a difference here. But especially now, if you are a lay person, then that is really a samaya. And if you hold this samaya, then also the blessings of the practice will be so much greater. Also, if you hold this samaya, then the union also really becomes a feast offering.
Yabje sama me kwale hong doje hong doje ka bote ka ba no om je ba ba pese bro ka ba yabje sama me kwale ale pe mama bon dama je ba se do de ba de ba ba ta se ba ka ba se ba yo nyo ba jo ba sa jo sem jo won de ba le ba la ga ba de ni ka ba cho ga de ni te ba che ba je ga ba de ni doje no te so be li je ba de ba che mo Nyamza Nyoagon, yeah, Umazo, Tata and Gana, Ragana, better Soba, Namako,
Di sangue paptugyur, sama paptugyur. So, 1 second. Oh, here it is, yeah.
초지 샵지 가든지 나그 라미 사와토 대설 상외 왕근의 공부 지서 송원조 네가 믿어서 토마 사탐 제들이 로봉 좀 줘야면 싸워라 탐 투복하라더니 투복들들더니 좀 줘야면 탐송사 지가로 들다 통차지 들이 다 소소 다 다시 되어서 가와지 소소를 뭐 광고를 해 당보지 들다 살아 우리도 토마데 그렇잖아 사제 담지 자와를 가야 이건 나발 배 된 콜로데 조로 템 콜로데 조 야면 들다 되어지 라지리 셔러 들다 템 디드드 통지진이라고 감틀레들이 다이 시대 동상산초 세우는 거 원래는 평소 니지 매바더니 초고 대화라 니지 매바 니지 오늘들이 담을 그 대화에 니지 매바가 들지 초고 대화에 내가 어제 동이 매바를 나발 줘야 돼 당고 듣던 상대 남자 감사라
Kilogora tabo tabo dilora logra. So here we are in the secret empowerment, and here you visualize in the text first. It says, visualize the guru in the form of the father, the co-emergent Chakrasamvara, and the mother consort. Visualize the blessing of the secret space according to the sadhana. Through their union, light radiates from the seed syllable at my heart and summons the Tathagatas in union with their consorts. So now is the Guru's heart, yeah? They enter into his mouth, melt through great passion, pass through the Vajra path, and enter the secret space. Then they melt with the bodhicitta drops melt and become the melted essence of all the Buddhas. Rinpoche said to summarize it, so you visualize you visualize the Vajra master as Chakrasamvara with consort, and think that all those those deities who have come then dissolve into Chakrasamvara, which is the Vajra master. And then through the union of the Vajra master and the consort, the merging of their drops produces a nectar, which then flows into the kapala, the skull cup nectar, and there it merges with the liquid in the skull cup. And then later you then receive this nectar, and when you taste the nectar, then think that it generates an experience of great bliss. And so then gradually think that the 4 levels of joy gradually then arise. So this empowerment is a consecration of our channels and elements, blessed. So we receive those blessings through the nectar. And so again, to summarize, all the Buddhas who have come here in the form of the 5 Buddha families with consort, they dissolve into Chakrasamvara, which is the Vajra master with consort. And then through their union, a nectar of great bliss is produced, and that dissolves into the nectar in our skull cup. And then you receive that, and you drink that nectar. And then think that you experience an experience of great bliss, which is actually the quality of your own subtle essence, the bindu drop. And so think that this nectar has the essence of the ultimate bodhicitta, and it produces supreme bliss. And supreme bliss is the bliss that arises when all dualistic grasping to one another has collapsed. When there is a dualistic perception, then the bliss is still ordinary bliss. So supreme bliss is when there is no more duality. So once you have tasted the nectar, then think that you are then resting evenly in a state of non-duality, of supreme bliss, of empty bliss. So this is the empowerment where our channels and elements are being consecrated by the nectar. And so then for your ongoing practice, then to instead of the you will receive some blessing pills that will then represent that nectar in your practice. And so for your Chakrasamvara practice, you can take a pill of those nectar pills and place it into your nectar kapala for the Chakrasamvara practice. And then you can replenish it with each and every day during the retreat. So that is the nectar.
도제 창도제 제대로 상제 세왕고 사족선도 사모 대다저 왕고제 다들 통문에 봐도 다들 손들이 컨트롤들이 세미베리아 치모제 그래 아우 마하소칸데 내가 좀 못가데 제 손을 몇 봤지 그래 아우 마하소칸.
So now here you should visualize that you are actually drinking this nectar and that an experience of immeasurable bliss arises. And so at the time when Rinpoche says Oma Mahasukam, Omho Mahasukam, that means great bliss. So at that time think that this immeasurable bliss arises within you.
대다 왕고르베 조조다와 바가 조건도 조건 동제상 왕토토몽 아그레 위앙하르사 마장신스마 동토몽 마이바 레롱거 트만투 로주도 보고인데 바치바치 저 람다 시절라버 바고발로 왕 소도주도 바카디데세소.
Having thus received empowerment, you enter and behold the mandala of the secret womb. You have received the secret empowerment. In general, the defilements of mainly the 4 non-virtuous deeds accumulated with the speech are purified and prevented from further arising. In particular, the defilement of the karmic winds are purified. The extraordinary power of the Sambhogakaya is planted into your mind. As the path, you are empowered to cultivate the practice of blessing yourself. As the result, you are endowed with the fortune to actualize Vajra speech.
Shewa, Chenboje, Doje, Namjor, Jijeba, Merci, Saja, Drupapo, Dorje, Jole, Yanda Song, Chetar, Chune, Dani Che. Ngabda Dalang Tetar thru Khorwa Damji Chonangze Singwa Jammi Dala Jo.
English. Bhagavan, great peaceful one, the single intent of Vajra Yoga, who accomplished the indestructible mudra, you have perfectly arisen from the Vajra union. I beseech you, a great being, powerful Lord, please impart it also unto me. Please protect me, a helpless being, from drowning in the swamps of samsara.
그 거서 소소금 로분지로만 생기지 라용에서 또 보면 라에스에스 다리 버탐지를 파모 대는 거요. 보모 탐지를 걸어든 저 대는 거요. 다 돼.
So now during the this wisdom knowledge empowerment, the Vajra master offers the disciple a consort, and so you think that if you're male, that the Vajra master offers you Vajra Yogini, and if you're female, then you are offered Chakrasamvara. So I think that now you have received the consort.
정말요. 주제는 이들 사진은 영아 콜로름 바좋아요. 대화다만 용어지. 너지 저쪽 그선데 너무 너도 줘 말았다. 강대지 저희 시제 시대는 오면서 왔다 나가다 아느라가나마다 소화마고 대자리 노지 주면을 따고서 뭐가 광고해야지. 다야면 이거 초에 대화지 뭐가 광고해야지.
So now you visualize that you're holding a consort with crossed hands, holding Vajra and bell, and that through this union with the consort you experience great bliss.
엄마 사와다 나가 안 나가는 배다 소바와 아마고 시 뇽족 소바다 소바 조베 사센 멘산네 바바바 나가와 내가 조가 때에 버지 제발지 가와 너를 지지지 당 때에 로마나라서 내가 상호 조제때 위주마 영영나 고데 칼리쇼 류선절라정 라미제 자와요 진정관나 로마 영영을 류라 쪽에 로제도 저바고 그래서라 내가 집에 시키고 가도 sob죠 뒤섬 사제서 되더니 라라탄 송사 그 사제 담지는 주발하지 요거요 언들로도 저기
So first in the sadhana it says that so then you unite, and as you unite, moving back and forth, the bodhicitta drops flow from the point between the eyebrows to the throat. This is joy. When it reaches the heart, it is supreme joy. At the navel, it is extraordinary joy. At the jewel, it is core emergent joy. From the heart of the disciples, visualized as the deity, light radiates and summons the Tathagatas, fathers and mothers. They enter his mouth and bless his body, the disciples, which is you. Also the Guru invites the father and mother Buddhas, who then enter the father-mother deity body of the disciple and become inseparable from him. At this time, hold the drops for as long as you can, and when you cannot retain it any longer, let it flow out slowly, and once it is discharged as a liquid, take it with your tongue and drink the bodhicitta drops, which is the samaya by nature, within a state of suchness. So Rinpoche explained in brief, now through the union, when you experience this awareness, this non-dual awareness of great bliss, in that moment then think that all the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 times all dissolve into you. And so you've become then the nature of all the Buddhas.
당마 말 냠도지 좋아요는 들이다 감정이 고문에 되니 감정 말 앞에 걸러더니 가장 감정 샬리 통야병이는 이거 저 초가 나기 감정들이 고하고 하고 대고들 내가 말밥 들이 냠도지를 냠도지 또 태송지는 양 하고 어디 걸어들이 속보랑 이거들이 틀에 많이 봐야 잠저거리 다시 마코디 동다들이 인제냐면 집에 걸어들이 공포세요래 저도 보는 거지 송고요래 이제 dem 초가 하콜라 제발세래
And so now when you are engaging in the practice of when the mantra garland circulates, and through the visualization, a strong feeling of bliss arises. So then, and you feel that you are about to lose your drops. That is when you then would turn around the direction of the mantra garland circulating. So it is explained in the Chakrasamvara sadhana. First, there is this downward movement of the mantra garland that is to generate the bliss. So in the Chakrasamvara practice specifically, the visualization is the mantra garland moving downward and into the concert and then back and then again down. And that naturally, this downward movement makes the drops descend, so it generates bliss. But then when you come to a point where you feel you might lose your drops, then you can turn it around so it moves upward. So then the mantra garland goes the other way. And then actually just naturally, as the drop is moving upward, you are not going to lose the drop. So then it moves upward and pervades. And so also Drupal Rinpoche explains that to you in more detail. But that is basically the difference in the visualization of the mantra garland, the rotation here, the circling mantra garland between Yab Yum, specifically in the Chakrasamvara practice. Then, having thus received empowerment, you enter and behold the mandala of conventional bodhicitta. You have received the wisdom, knowledge, empowerment. In general, the defilements of mainly the three non-virtuous deeds accumulated with the mind are purified and prevented from further arising. In particular, the defilements of the coarse conceptions of grasping at a subject-object duality are cleansed. The extraordinary power of the Dharmakaya is planted into your mind. As the path, you are empowered to meditate on the mandala circle. As the result, you are endowed with the fortune to actualize the Vajra mind.
Dāni Checho Garchen Rinpoche Zowe Wangur Namsam Top Tereng Rinchi Yebayang Garchen Chini Chapter So.
English. With your kindness, I have obtained the three empowerments of the principal deity, and thus protector. Care for me by offering me the precious fourth empowerment.
대다 시라비시 되는 요걸 접어 사족심 곰베 랍든 페르지바 저바미바니도 저바 대 코나니 쾌탐제 삼지마 잡아 니저람지나 던던데 사자 김부다니 도진 창지부람지 되니 왕지베시나 대양 왕서버가서 어때버신지 시라비시 되니 동무질 신지진 대변 요거다베잖아. 대다가 사축샘 때는 곰바데 곰바르세베 공도 랍된 페르지베 이발에 바탕제 세베 미바니도 저때 코나니 쾌참제 삼제뭐 잡아람지 살 취조 과당 이나 된다디베 라고 사자 친구 모로 저도 못 거에 다니 예미버 성적 노진 장치보람지 강연 받는 왕지번 오와유베 똑바로 수시서
Bodhicitta is the cause of wisdom and knowledge. Therefore, If you habituate to it, wisdom will increase extensively. The unfathomable nature of all phenomena is the fundamental reality as it is, free from all obscurations. Its essence is Mahamudra, endowed with 7 attributes of Vajradhara. It is the primordial wisdom of the 4th empowerment. The symbolic co-emergent wisdom knowledge introduced by the 3rd empowerment is the cause of the result, which is actual co-emergence. Through cultivating bodhicitta and habituating it, wisdom increases higher and higher. The essence of the 4th empowerment is the union of the clear light Dharmakaya, the basic space of suchness that is free from the defilements of all karma and obscurations, the unfathomable nature of all phenomena. So the Dharmakaya and the Sambhogakaya, which represents the essence of the 7-fold Mahamudra.
这些东西咱忙不xong用这上去用这就会有的，东呢这说是说不干咪，你这边啊是，大几你边啊是，咱看咱平时什么你们都什么，咋这可能有这个上的，谁了你们都是，这还过的。这里这样的情形，你们这里身上就哪块着掐着有的，哪块着我掐上或者去他去施工的吃下去有没？看看有没得别人过，那个生活的那么穷，就叫有没得。特别是那娃是不是他去，生意多不他去的，这里中间的就没完，那娃下去的呀，这我真起码就。信用上讲是那国家也有嘛的，这里拿东西、砸东西，这里地上东西，这里甚至你往上去装着的东西送过来的。
Within now this last section, there's a lot of words, but basically those words express the qualities of that empowerment. And so now from our perspective now, what that actually means is that when you realize that yourself, the 4th empowerment, then you become free of dualistic grasping. There is no more a concept of there being a self, an other, and duality. So there is no more seeing a duality, because you know that within the mind there is no duality. So that is the result here, the fruition, when you realize that within the mind there is no duality, and there is no characteristic whatsoever. So the mind is just like space, and all phenomena of samsara and nirvana, they are reflected within that mind. So they appear to that mind, and that appearance, however, is not separate from the mind. So actually everything is the appearance of one's own mind. There is nothing that is not encompassed by your own mind. So we realize in stages. First, we realize that appearances are one's own mind, and then that mind itself is emptiness. So appearances are there, but we cannot grasp them actually. But they still appear. But we will not find anything to hold on to, anything to cling to at all. And so that is the empty nature of appearance, or the empty nature of sound. So that is what you realize here. And when you realize this, then you will become liberated from all bondage.
이 시인들의 치유차게 도전한 걸 전화도 들었더니지만 초랑연내 때에 파송 아들 샘들라 초랑한 때에 봐라 시바디 파요 말이지 내 샘좀 홍매 봐 용산 좀 홍매 봐야서 동대에 진짜 다저도 왕거는 막고 쇼요를 들은 다시 수치라요 말이 너는 샘든 홍로 말에 소때 하고랑 세도 가면서 홍매도 우상들이 샘 이제 왜 말해.
So here it says in the text, primordial wisdom is greatly subtle. It is like a Vajra or the center of the sky. It is immaculate perfection. It is peace. You are your own father. So you are your own father. It means that your mind has no source. So there's no other source like a father. So it is without origin. And the rest of those lines we are often introduced to during other empowerment, so we don't have so much time today. But in brief, the point is that the mind arises from nowhere, and there is no source where it arises from. Then having thus received empowerment, you enter and behold the mandala of ultimate bodhicitta. You have received the fourth empowerment, the precious word empowerment. In general, the subtle defilements of the three doors and their habitual imprints are purified and prevented from further arising. In particular, the defilements of primordial wisdom, the subtle conceptual thoughts of a subject-object duality are cleansed. The extraordinary power of the great bliss Svabhavika Kaya is planted into your mind. As the path, you are empowered to practice the Mahamudra Yoga of Union. As the result, you have the fortune to accomplish the primordial wisdom Vajra, that is the sameness of the three Vajras.
Jitha Mambo show yore, this is one show coming, one conversation that I pay with the Koto, Rico, Jatin, Miso, Pep Chok yore, that's the Chuka or 1 drop songs.
And then in the end, we come to the Samaya, and there is really only one essential Samaya. So we gather it all really into one essential thing that we need to practice. And that is love. And it is especially now towards, there's different kinds of relations that we have. There's those that we have like no specific relation to. Then there's those who are Dharma friends. That is actually all different Buddhist traditions in the world are our Dharma friends. And then there is those with whom we have received an empowerment together, and they are very close Dharma friends. So there's different kinds of relations. There's ordinary relations, and there is, with some we have no specific one, with some we have a closer one than others. But in any case, it really makes no difference, because we need to have love for all. You need to have love for everyone in the world, and that is the Samaya. That's the root Samaya. And so if you lose your love, you're also losing your Samaya. That is the essence. So do hold that Samaya and do not allow yourself to lose that Samaya of love. So you all know about it. You all have received the 37 Bodhisattva practices in your hands. And that is really the main thing to practice. So now we will repeat the Samaya, where we are accepting that Samaya. And actually, regarding the Samaya, we are always explaining that really extensively, so there's no need to mention so much about it now. So now you can come up in lines to receive the empowerment. Maybe come up like this and then go in a circle, and then after you have received the empowerment, then you are free to leave. So that is the completion of the empowerment.
Ngi ma che ju tren da po ya yo le de re ni la kwa ko no de la te pa chi no ko cho yo le de ka se te to na te mo so nam to ko yo le o le de sama ge de la po ya ko ja de ce的这人而且没罗马刚先可以样呀这能了到着有的是了同着的别人这了地呢他在100个平用线呢没人了这里匆匆这些呢这里而我们这对这里平用合作做所让的讨个有其实我们的要100帮人了呀你的基本只有有的具体100用个有的你这还叫就从中开始模样你这就说咱这个大国家已经那样让对吧把它就这个嘞
So and then also, Rinpoche said, I would like to offer you this wristband, this bracelet today. And that is actually really the greatest gift, and because that's really the greatest merit. So actually, if you have already an extra one, you can take one more, or you can take two. And if you have a friend that has faith in that, then you can also pass that on to your faithful friend. And actually, if you wear that, it is really a great merit. You are constantly accumulating merit by just wearing that. So hold on to it really good. Also, the benefits of wearing that is, you purify negative karma, but also it expands a long life, your lifespan, and also it is a protection, so you will not encounter obstacles. Also on that bracelet, there is the white Tara mantra. On the outside also, you have the liberation by seeing mantra. On the inside, you have the liberation by touching a mantra. And it is really a great merit if you wear this. So it is, when you always wear this small wristband, it is a great merit, and it is like making like tens and thousands of dollars and so on. It's a great merit. Also passing it on to others. When you pass it on to others, those who are faithful and who would like to have one, then that's actually a really simple, small way to accumulate a great deal of merit. So that is one gift I would like to offer to you, my Dharma friends. So Diane will read for us the prayer. May Bodhicitta arise, the Bodhicitta prayer, and then you can come up one by one to receive the empowerment.
And so if you'd like to read along with this is on page 18. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.